Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Paranormal is the new normal. I hope you're all looking good and feeling fine and ready to get into the final video in this mini series. Let's talk about orbs. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. First, we've got this bouncing orb that was seen in the woods in North Dakota. Check it out. And then we have this clip of a huge glowing orb very quickly working its way across the twilight sky in Ireland. Back to the USA now, and in Chicago, this red glowing orb was filmed during the day, to the shock of local residents. I mean, you can hear their profanities.
That's fucking crazy as fuck. Hey, look in the sky.
Across the globe to Russia now for this next clip. Check out the glowing orbs in the night sky with some insane maneuverability. Look at the acceleration. You can see them seem to disappear and reappear. But this could just be them moving too quickly for the camera to pick them up, to be honest. This next clip was taken in Charlton, Massachusetts, uploaded to TikTok by investigating orbs and nidrones, and is a compilation of clips taken in a single evening over a 3-hour period. This was taken from inside, outside, and from the roof of their house, and there's some very strange things going on in the sky above them. This next incredible video, uploaded to YouTube by Stargazer's UFO Journal, shows a spherical shaped object moving towards them across the sky during daylight hours. Now, the original video uploaded contains over 3 hours of constant footage of this object moving across the sky. So what I did is I cut it down into these shorter clips. Now, however, there's something incredibly interesting going on with this. Whilst filming, the object moved right across the sky. It clearly changes from one color to another color, from an obvious sort of silvery metal color to almost glowing like white, or as if it's reflective, or it's like a ball of energy. I've got a feeling it's easier to explain a ball of plasma flying across the sky than a metallic spherical ball with no obvious propulsion or noise. What do you think? See here, I've put the two together so you can clearly see the obvious change in color. Isn't that mind-blowing? It's absolutely crazy. All right, peeps, don't forget to like and subscribe. I've got plenty more videos coming up and quite a few already on the channel. So give that subscribe button a click so you don't miss any new videos, and check out some of the videos I've already got. Thank you very much. Right, the last video before we get all debunky. This video clip shows a spherical shaped object flying across the sky during daylight hours and then suddenly changing course completely and then disappearing quickly away. I mean, did it notice that it was being observed by the person filming, or is this just a coinky dink? Let me know. See what you think. Right, so over this video and the last two videos in this mini series that I've been putting together, we've seen plenty of footage of orbs and flying spherical objects. But now it's time to discuss the potential, and let's be honest, usual go-tos for the official explanations and debunking. Let's see what we got. Almost every potential UFO sighting is almost immediately dubbed as a drone these days. Come on, we've all seen it. I know that the US military have been developing spherical drones, but this is not confirmed by any means. And of course, China could well have developed their own drones that we haven't seen yet. Or maybe we have. We don't know. However, most of the drones we will see currently will be military grade drones like this one using modern warfare, either to transport a payload to a target or as part of an Iron Dome style protection system against airborne threats. Or they'll be like this. There'll be hobby drones seen like this one, large one seen in New Jersey. I also need to talk about the noise that drones make. All orbs caught on film have been completely silent as they traverse across the sky. However, even the hobby drones are loud enough with their signature electric buzz noises. But the military drones can be ear-piercingly loud, especially when moving at high speed. For example, listen to this. Another very common current explanation for any orb sightings are plasmoids. Now, if you haven't heard of plasmoids, plasmoids are self-organized structures of plasma and magnetic fields. So basically, they're an energy ball held together in a shape by a current flowing inside of itself. And it is that current that keeps it in its current shape. They can take on a variety of shapes, including cylinders, and most commonly is toroid shapes. Their defining features are that the magnetic field they produce is trapped inside of the structure, wrapping around the outer circumference of the shape. So this causes the current inside to flow, and it enables it to maintain its shape for a prolonged period of time. Plasmoids often appear as luminous and energetic orb-like objects within Earth's upper and lower atmosphere. So you see them in space. You also see them in our atmosphere bouncing about. They are very, very rare but completely natural phenomenon. They are non-biological and can be created by high energy processes such as thunderstorms, magnetic disturbances, solar flares from the sun, anything like that. Well, and this leads me on to ball lightning, another totally natural phenomenon, but just not caught on camera very often. Luckily, I found a couple of clips for you to look at. And these look very much like the bouncing orb we saw at the start of this video.
What is it?
Capturing this bizarre and brilliant ball of light moving across the horizon.
Looks like a fireball, but not really. It's the wrong color.
They say the spectacle lasted about a minute and began with a bolt of lightning that struck just under a kilometer from their home.
This may be confused for UFO orbs, but as the creation of ball lightning is so rare, it won't account for that many cases at all, really. It just doesn't happen that often. So, another commonly used scapegoat for our weather balloons. We all hear, yeah. We've seen so many UFOs immediately debunked by the commenters as, well, that's just a weather balloon. So, I found a few clips of weather balloons for you, and you won't believe it. They look nothing like an orb. Obviously, when they're up in the sky, if they're reflecting the daylight, they can look like they're glowing. However, weather balloons generally move straight up, and they can be affected by any crosswinds, any strong crosswinds. So it may look like they zigzag, but they don't zigzag like UFO orbs, and they don't present any instant acceleration. They move at a much slower, much more consistent speed, and they have a much more obvious trajectory. So there you go. That's the last part of this 3-part series on orbs. I'll leave you to make your own assessments. I've shown you the clips. I've brought you the evidence and the theories. We've discussed the usual suspects for the official explanations. But as always, it's totally up to you to make up your own minds. However, I've got one final video to show you to throw a little spanner in the works. Now, this is a short compilation of confirmed unidentified aerial objects taken by the US military during various exercises over the past 20 years. These are not simply videos submitted by the general public. These are taken from military drones and from inside aircraft from the cameras there. And they've been played directly to the US House Oversight Committee recently with the intention of pushing full disclosure to the public. And it's part of what the US government has been basically covering up for the past 50 years. The first clip is the infamous orb, spherical object, UFO, filmed from a drone from above being directly hit by a Hellfire missile. And then it carries on as if it hasn't been hit by anything. Bear in mind, a direct hit from a Hellfire missile of this caliber, it would completely vaporize pretty much anything man-made on the planet. So how does this object sustain zero damage of any kind? It's crazy. But have a look at the rest of the clips. These are all military clips taken from, officers whilst they're out on exercises. See what you think. Now, are these all explainable, natural, or man-made phenomena? Or like me, do you want to believe? Let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. Drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more UFO content coming up.